What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including NXT UK stars appear at NXT Heatwave, Sasha Banks' car was broken into, a superstar interested in a WWE comeback, WWE taking AEW talent, Brandi Rhodes preparing for an in-ring return, WWE signing 17 new talents, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out Wrestlelamia.co.uk and on wrestling channel Incredible. And now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at NXT UK stars appear at NXT Heatwave. Atop of the news today is the appearance of several NXT UK superstars during NXT's Heatwave special last night. In case you missed it, NXT UK champion Tyler Bate appeared and called out NXT champion Bron Breakker. In addition, NXT UK's Gallus faction of Joe Kofi, Mark Kofi and Wolfgang showed up to beat down the Diamond Mine. NXT UK's Blair Davenport also appeared in a backstage segment. The infusion of NXT UK talent is interesting for various reasons, including the rumours regarding NXT UK's future. You may recall our recent report that NXT UK did not have its regular tapings, leading to concern about the future of WWE's UK division. Is the WWE cherry-picking its NXT UK talent in order to enhance NXT 2.0? If not, this could be the build-up for a brand versus brand rivalry as the stars of the two NXT divisions do battle. Another interesting element to the story is that Tyler Bates' NXT UK Championship win has yet to air on NXT TV, leading to further confusion about what's going on with the WWE's UK division. If the WWE isn't acknowledging Bates' title win, does this have anything to do about the title's future? With the WWE signing numerous stars and shaking things up, it's uncertain what the future holds for NXT UK, but it's obvious the WWE plans on using at least some of its stars on NXT for the foreseeable future. Next up, an NXT superstar headed to the main roster. A last night's Heatwave special episode of NXT 2.0 saw the apparent exit of former NXT Cruiserweight champion Santos Escobar. He battled arch-rival Tony D'Angelo in a street fight, dropping the match to D'Angelo. As a result of the match stipulation, Escobar is now banned from NXT, a move which some fans believe will lead him to debuting on the main roster soon. Do you think Escobar is headed for the main roster, or will NXT throw some twists and turns into his ongoing feud with D'Angelo? Next up, Sasha Banks' car is broken into. A bad news for Sasha Banks as someone broke into her vehicle while she was attending the premiere of Disney Plus's She-Hulk series. The boss shared the news with her fans, showing video of her smashed rear window. According to a report from Wrestling News' Paul Davis, it appears they were only able to get a hold of some hair products. Since she does not live in Oakland, the car was likely a rental. Banks later uploaded a surveillance video of someone breaking into the vehicle. Now we'll continue following this story, and the perpetrator better hope that the police catches them before the boss does. Next up, a superstar interested in a WWE comeback. Triple H's appointment as head of WWE Creative has led to several departed superstars coming back to the fold, and if the recent rash of rumours are to be believed, there are many other released wrestlers coming back or expressing an interest in coming back. One name that continues to come up is Johnny Gargano, whose NXT career saw him become the division's first Triple Crown champion and win fans over with feuds against other NXT superstars such as Tommaso Ciampa and Adam Cole. And now BodySlam.net's Cassidy Haynes is reporting that Gargano could be headed back to the WWE now that Triple H is running the show. Haynes reports his sources indicated that Gargano would be interested in talking to Hunter and seeing how things would be changing. It was also stated that Gargano was not a fan of the grind, especially with the birth of their new baby. But ultimately, the overarching factor for him walking away was the dissatisfaction with his position/direction with no set plan of how he'd be used. Additionally, my sources stated that Gargano has been in talks with AEW as well. Adding to the mystery is the question of whether Gargano's wife Candice LeRae will return to the ring, and if so, will she join her husband wherever he ends up working? Where do you think Johnny Wrestling will end up? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up was Top Dolla sabotaged in a previous WWE run. And now that Hit Row is back in the WWE, reports are coming in that the group's member Top Dolla was sandbagged during his first run in WWE. WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry discussed the rumours during an episode of Busted Open Radio. Top Dolla spoke on the fact that there was a lot of chatter in the locker room about them Hit Row not being humble, them not being team players, or them not agreeing to a kind of status quo of what the WWE locker room was like. And he said, "Mark, have you ever known me to be unprofessional? Have you ever known me to be a bully? No." Triple H, same thing. No. When people feel like their spots are threatened, they start putting out negative propaganda if they can't fix it. Like many workplaces, pro wrestling has its share of backstabbers. Henry discussed exactly why people might have been threatened by Top Dollar. He spoke up for himself, he intimidated people, he scared people, and he's a smart-ass dude. He's a college graduate, and some people can't take a powerful black dude telling them the right thing to do. They can't take it. I think Triple H recognized what happened and he stopped the bleeding. A Hit Row debuted on SmackDown last October and seemed to be headed for a big push, only for the WWE to release him just a little over a month later. Do you think the rumors of Mark Henry mentioned had anything to do with Hit Row's 2021 release? Next up, WWE Taking AEW Talent. It's a super signing spree as the WWE has joined AEW in seemingly securing any free agent who wants to put pen to paper on a wrestling contract. While signing free agents is one thing, a story from Fightful Select states that WWE recently contacted a notable AEW wrestler about moving to the WWE. As noted by Inside the Ropes, the wrestler contacted AEW management informing them of the WWE's interest in them. While the report did not indicate which wrestler was contacted, the report states the wrestler in question told AEW they plan on sticking with All Elite Wrestling. While promotions are not allowed to contact talent who are under contract, it's a practice that is believed to happen behind the scenes. What's unusual about this situation is that the report states someone from the WWE's Talent Relations Department allegedly reached out. Is the WWE aggressively pursuing talent, and if so, why would they risk any kind of liability for what might be seen as contract tampering? Next up, Brandi Rhodes preparing for an in-ring return. Is Brandi Rhodes returning to the WWE? Well, the universe has asked this ever since Cody Rhodes returned to WWE at WrestleMania 38. While Brandi has appeared behind the scenes, there's been nothing more than speculation as to what the future might hold for her in the WWE. However, PW Insider reports that Brandi wrestled a match at the WWE Performance Center last Friday. At this point, there's no word on what Brandi's goals are, and PW Insider reports Brandi is not listed on the WWE's internal roster. While Rhodes was not known for wrestling during a run in WWE, she wrestled matches outside the company, including some in AEW. Even if Brandi doesn't wrestle on a regular basis, she could find herself working a mixed match alongside Cody Rhodes once the American Nightmare returns from his pectoral injury. Do you think Brandi should wrestle again, or should she pursue a different path if she returns to WWE? Next up, WWE signs 17 new talent. It looks like the WWE isn't holding back on its policy of hiring young talent from the world of amateur and pro sports, as a company recently announced it's added 17 recruits to NXT and the WWE PC. These recruits range from Bellator competitor Valerie Loretta to CrossFit competitor Gina Delacia. Several of the new recruits are from the WWE's NIL, aka Next in Line program, which has already signed athletes from college sports programs. At what point will the WWE begin trimming its roster as Triple H brings back more released wrestlers and the WWE brings in new recruits to NXT and the PC? And finally, big changes to Shotzi. Last but not least, could current SmackDown superstar Shotzi return to NXT roots? Or Shotzi, who debuted on SmackDown last July with Tegan Nox, underwent a makeover, abandoning her NXT look and the tank she rode out to the ring. According to Cageside Seats, Shotzi could be in for a return to her roots. There's at least some speculation Shotzi could be getting her tank back, as she was posting possible hints about as much on her Instagram. Shotzi's SmackDown run has been uneventful, other than the repeatedly locking fellow Blue Band star Aaliyah in closets, so perhaps this is good news for our future. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.